Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 139. We're currently playing as Kaiser Anselm of the Holy Roman Empire. His father was Kaiser Arnulf, and Kaiser Arnulf's grandfather was Kaiser Wilhelm III. Our heir isn't bad. I mean, he's got 8 diplomacy and he's only 10 years old. But he doesn't have, quick or genius traits or anything like that. We might have to marry him off to a genius girl or something like that. I've got hopes with this one, maybe. Anyway, we have no wars, and that's because we deliberately got out of them as quickly as possible so that we could do things like holding a grand tournament. Let's get back up to speed, and off we go. We do have a lot of titles that we could create. We could press claims on Ireland, Scotland, or Adana, but we've got a truce with the Adanan girl, so that's fine. We do have a lot of wars that are about to happen whenever we want them to, because we only have one truce at the moment, and that's with Adana. So, yeah, that's going to be great for us, because we'll take some more of this land off of Hashemids. We'll probably just take the Duchy of Sana. And yeah. Some land off of Chulanids, all that sort of stuff. We're waiting on this war down here in Songhai to finish itself off. It's going to. The rebels have won this quite convincingly. We just have to wait for them to get enough war score to actually press their claims. Novgorod Saversky has converted to the Catholic faith. Well, that's wonderful. That would have been Orthodox? Yeah, it looks like it. It's this one in here. Well, good on it. All of our tech is progressing nicely. We could be doing a bit better here. No, this all the time. This event must be bugged pretty hard because these guys want me to give land to the Teutons. So, you know what? Yeah, let's give you some land. Now that that's happened, let's go find the Teutons. The Teutonic Order, in fact. You've got land. You've got 3 baronies. And he will become my vassal. Shit, yeah. Alright, well that's cool. Wonder if we could do that with some of the other holy orders. Nice. I believe that means that we're no longer able to just give him money. Yeah, we're not allowed to just give them money for, piety, which is fine. The Knights Hospitaller are our vassal, I know that. You can see here, yeah. Or more correctly, you can see when we go down, they'll have like your vassal, your vassal. The Knights of Santiago aren't. Apparently I'm not their de jure lead. Where do you have land? There. And there. I don't have valid Casus Belli against them. Well, that's weird. I could vassalize the Teutons, but not the Knights of Santiago. What about these guys? No, not their de jure lead either. Oh well. Okay, now we're finally getting dudes appearing. My vassal wishes to support the Teutonic Order by granting them a county. I would of course not allow such an important decision without first seeking your approval. It's fine, because the Teutonic Order are my vassal now, so I'm fine with that. Do we have auto-plot resolution on? Yep. And we're just waiting for this tournament to go ahead. Anytime now, guys. There we go, 2 months. Why don't I have the ambition available to have a daughter? That's actually really irritating to me. My son here requires an education. Well, let's do him for... whoops, that is the wrong button. Let's do him for something. You know what? We'll do him. Done. He's only my second son. We gotta look out for, you know, that sort of stuff. The Scottish revolt is succeeding, as you might expect, considering... Okay, this guy got wounded. Considering that it's one province against everything. No, two provinces against everything else. Okay, people get wounded at the tournament. That's just what happens. Maybe they shouldn't try so hard. The Kevans apparently attempted to back up Millennia. Okay, so this is a tribal casus belli that's been used by the Khan of Khiva to try and take back all of Millennia. He's currently losing. You can see up here. It's 34% in favor of King Matthias the Wise, who is the defender here. And, you know, is beating this stuff up. We could get involved, but I want to finish this tournament first. And when we get involved on the side of Matthias. Of course, I really don't want the Kevans to be weak, but that's what they're doing. They're making themselves weak by attacking places. You morons. This guy got killed in the tournament. Most unfortunate. Stupid heretic. And by the end of the tournament, most of our guys should be in, you know, position to make their strikes. Yeah, man. Should be ending soon. We started it in September, I believe. I think I've mentioned this before, but there used to be a hilarious bug. This guy is the winner of the tournament. A hilarious bug where tournaments wouldn't end. And you just constantly get these maimed messages and, you know, people die and all this sort of stuff. This guy, Baron Burchard of Spasna Kolmu, has placed second. And this guy has become third. And we've got a mysterious Jewish man named Shannon. So let's have a look. There we go. Shannon of Azzobaer. Yeah, he's not great. I mean, for a basic sort of guy, he would be a pretty good spy master or diplomat. You know, if he didn't have a foreigner and infidel bullshit. This guy got maimed. You know, we've already declared all the place getters, so... we have a peasant rebellion. They raised up in the exact place where my army was marching through. You dumb assholes. It's over. That's the quickest rebellion anybody will ever have. Hilarious. More people getting wounded. Tournament's over. 10 opinion with everybody. Great. Let's... Oh, good. The war in Songhai also ended. Well, it's a holy war for Songhai. And we're going to... This army goes there, this army goes there. That should be fine. Okay, up here, Aquitaine. You'll actually vassalize. Alright. That means this army here can move down to Elrif, so that we can start getting... We're actually going to put them in... What is this place? In Fagig. So we can start making moves on the Chulanids from there if we have to. This guy is going to want control of a county after he becomes vassal. There we go. Which county was it, my friend? The county of Angoulême. Right there. No problem, bro. We have, with that, successfully taken all of the lands that we wish to hold. So let's just have a quick look at that. So, yep, from the Strait of Gibraltar, all the way along here to the Kingdom of Greece. I might just make it Anatolia just to make it a bit more linear sort of thing, because Greece does this weird thing here. So we might just stay to Anatolia. And all the way up Taurika, Ruthenia, Rus, and Long Agra. And everything else is fine. I mean, we're going to release the British Isles, all that sort of stuff. So that's actually a really strong milestone for us. I'm very happy to have that. But our work is not done. Our work is not done. Okay, so we're attacking into Songhai. That's great. What about up here? How are things up here? The King of Scotland. I have a de jure claim on Strathern. So I want that to happen before you just lose horribly. And I will beat up that rebel armor. The cook complained to me about my son Baldwin, that's the younger one, his temper tantrums. Apparently he punched her son in the face. Again. So we can give him the Wrath trait, or we can give him the Patient trait. Maybe. Nope, turns out he's Wrath. That's fine. He'll just have to deal with it. Okay, how are we doing up here? Well, I would really like this part of Perm already. How are you doing, Millennia? Are you winning? You're winning. Good. Kiva. I have a de jure claim on Narium for this guy. So the supply limit there is still only going to be shit, so we'll just move one army there and the other one can go over there. I don't care about the Siberian revolt. They're fine. And while we're at it, just to contribute to war score, this guy can go there. Okay, this guy is in position. We can't attack Adana because we have a truce. But we can attack Tarsos. De jure claim for this guy. Looks like all of our armies are moving, so that's good. It takes them forever to get anywhere. Can I just ransom you back? I don't want to hold on to you. Nope, apparently not. Fustat has converted to the Catholic faith. Good. This army here has finished its movement, and we're just going to assault. And assault straight through them and probably head up there and try and take some of those things back so that the Scottish revolt doesn't end immediately. And we have increased town infrastructure in Nada Bay and universities for everybody. And we can actually afford to build both of those. Amazing. Come on. Thank you. So the best thing for us to happen here would be for us to... Unfortunately, that's not what has happened, because the guy who we were at war with has become unlanded. Fuck. Alright. Fortunately, the county of Fife has become its own realm. Okay, that's fine. We just need to move our guys out. So what happened there was the rebels won and, you know, our war became invalid. That's fine. What I was going to say is the best thing that could have happened was for us to have won the war than the rebels to have won. So the best thing has not happened, but that's fine because we'll just take 5. It's a de jure claim. We could offer vassalization. He won't accept it, so just straight up de jure claim. And we still can't usurp that particular kingdom for 5 years because the title must have just changed. Oh, it's alright. And the war in Songhai is going to be very easy because it literally can't go anywhere. The Songhayan army is locked into Tadmeka up here. There's no other way out for them. They can't cross the Sahara. Do we have a holding in here? Oh, we must have a trade post. That's cool. And 50 tech points from Tobruk. So, culture? I believe that went into economy. Not a bad result. We may be able to improve town infrastructure in a moment. Okay, we're taking attrition there, that's fine. Let's try and engage that army. We're going to meet them, that's good. So we'll meet them and come back. That's going fine. We're still trying to move into these provinces. We've just gotten 75% war score from Fife. That's not going to be enough for him to surrender, so we just need to wipe out the Citadel of Cooper. This place. What we're doing right now. And 50 tech points from Tobruk. Culture. That definitely went into Marshall that time, which is alright. I mean, it's not the best of things. Okay, so he'll get back to us in 15 days with that surrender offer. We'll just head up to Athol, because we can strike anywhere from Athol. This guy has a claim on nothing important, but he still thinks that he's in for an adventure of threat. So let's start a plot. Where is he even? He's in the Sharazid Shardam. Alright. Jousting lists got built in Frueli. So let's upgrade the barracks. Okay, we've got one person in the plot, and that should give us about 60%, I think, was the amount. Oh, we've got a victory in our little fight down here, that's cool. She's not joined in yet, but I believe she's going to give us 60, and fortunately there are a lot of people here who don't like him, so we can just send them some money, get him in on the plot. It's very important to get plots where you're trying to murder adventurers out of the way, like get them up and high plot power as quickly as possible, because you only have 2 years. You've only got 2 years until they raise their unstoppable god army out of nothing and just come and beat the shit out of you. Now, I'm confident that we could hold off an adventurer at this point, because we really should be able to. We're almost not the HRE anymore, we're almost just Europe. But don't leave anything to chance. I'll just hire these next two, and that should be more than enough. Because all these people are heretics, because it's in the Sharazid Shardam, which is Zikri. I mean, it says that a lot of it is Sunni, but you can actually tell its dominant religion because the Zikri doesn't have that hashing effect, whereas Sunni does. Very interesting, isn't it? Okay, we've won that war up in Fife, so that's great. What wars can we have against King Archibald here? Well, we've got that de jure claim on Strathholm that we can use. And a claim on Buchan for the same guy. So that's up there. I don't want him to have that, because that would be far enough away from his... like, it wouldn't be part of his de jure area, so we'll just press the de jure claim on Strathholm. It shouldn't have a lot of troops in it, so we all good. And we might look into just destroying that army as well, just to see if... I mean, I'm pretty sure that... Let's check this, we can check this. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, so it's a little bit hard to see from here, but the Earl of Strathern is the one of two individuals in the county. The other, sorry, in the realm of Scotland. The other one is my. Oh wow, she remarried already. The Kaiser Arnulf's previous wife, Duchess Agnes, who is going to lose if my half brother here, ages up properly. Excellent. Anyway, the idea here is that the King of Scotland is in a terrible position when it comes to factions. Yes, she put him on the throne, but she can easily just take him off it. Excuse me. Yeah, look at that. We're at 277% and 308%. Wonderful. And we're just going to assault his place. Yep, nice and quick. We dragged the Countess of Strathern out. Do you want a back, bro? Yep. 10 gold, no worries. What are our other armies up to? Okay, this one is well, not assaulting, but doing its thing. Doing your thing, you're fine. Okay, these guys have finally made it into Kiva, where they will just sit for a while. However, down here, this guy can assault. Might as well get a bit of war score. Interestingly enough, what we're doing here, as well as getting our own war score up, we're helping out Millennia not only by watching for armies and attacking them as they come. Oh, good. Murder plot murder plot in action. We'll deal with that in a moment. But what we're doing is we're drastically reducing the troop numbers, so if these guys want, if Millennia wants, they can come along and, get some sieges going. Anyway, my court chaplain here has had a heretic find event file. My Kaiser, the more I study the Lollard religion, the more I feel compelled to embrace it and to show you the wisdom that lies in these texts. I have sent you excerpts from the most interesting parts. I urge you to follow my example and embrace the Lollard religion. Your court chaplain, Prince Bishop Walram. So we can arrest him or we can become Lollard. We are not going to become Lollard. He is mad. Arrest him. And now he can come up here. He will not like us, but mainly that's because he's also zealous. We can demand his religious conversion. He will convert, purely because he's our prisoner. Now, how much? He had 22 learning, so we've got a guy here with 23 learning. And the Pope, of course, the Pope. Let's have Manfred here. And we'll set him to do cultural tech as well. Ugh, in Oberbayern. And that should all be fine. Pope's opinion of me has gone up. It's really not necessary at this point, but hey, it's nice to have. Yeah, if we became Lollard, the Pope would just utterly despise us, and there would be almost nothing we could do about it. Muldorf has built some barracks. Let's build some stables then. Okay, well, everything seems to be coming along nicely. This siege might take a while, and we're not even the leader of the siege, so it's definitely going to take a while, but we could just kind of sit there. You know, what it do sort of thing. Okay, let me think. Wow, so Millennia does actually have a proper army running around, so that's great. They can basically win this war. Well, they've pretty much won it, if I'm going to be honest. Now let's think. Do I want to just take Tlemcen and work our way along the coast of here, or do I want to go down into Aswan so that I can start looking at Nubia as well as everything else? Aswan is a place where we're going to put a... what do you call it? A republic, if I remember right. Yeah, so let's declare a holy war on the Chilonids for Aswan, but what we'll be doing is working our way along the coast and getting war score like that. We won't be directly attacking Aswan. How many men do the Chilonids even have? Egypt! 24,000. Yeah. And Kiva has about 22,000. Kiva will probably get... well, they should get chomped by the Mongols when they show up. But that's kind of to be expected. What the hell happened down here, guys? Did someone die? Okay. This guy has the Shardom of Persia in the Korobadid Shardom, and this guy here has the Shardoms of Afghanistan and Baluchistan in the Sharazid Shardom. He's Zikri. This guy is Sunni. There's been a split. Isn't that interesting? Are you at war or something? I don't think so. Yeah, somebody must have just died. You know what? We can check that. This title, history. No, I don't think there's been any... I don't know what happened there. Maybe they just decided to release. There might have been a faction where somebody was... no, that's what'll have happened. There would have been a faction for this guy to be the ruler of Persia, and that faction fired, and the Shah over here decided, fuck it, just let him have it. Which has actually... good, well we killed the guy. Oh, and now we have an ambition up to have a daughter. Well, let's do that. Excellent. About time that ambition turned up. Come on, stop lagging. Let's just get our way through this stuff. Nice and quick. Come on. Okay, well that's Kenmore. Well, not Kenmore, Strathern. Taken. We're at 46%, that's still only a flesh wound. So I'm going to just... I'm going to come up here and try to take this army on. One, because the king is in that army. Two, because then we'll move to the Isles and take his stuff and, you know, maybe inspire the Duchess of Moray to have another rebellion. Who knows? Okay, our army here is in position. Let's equip it a little bit better. Why is this guy a Lollard? You. No, he's a Kafar. Well... I'll give him some money and then demand his religious conversion. Demanding a conversion of somebody makes them not like you a little bit, but the different... it's like 10 points, and compared with the heretic modifier alone, it's always better to ask somebody to convert. And if that person has a zealous trait, like the Duke here does, well, it's minus 50. It's insane. This fight's about to happen. There it is. he converted. Wonderful, let's just head on over to the Isles. Do we have a supply limit there? We certainly do. And we're actually at 99% war score. Let's see, he will surrender that. That's great. Head back down to Athol. Now, the Chillinids. I would like a holy war for Aswan, which is this place down here. Go. Now, if I remember right, this guy was Sunni. Yep, so this realm over here, you know, basically Persia, which is experiencing a revolt of its own, apparently. Great. They may join in. Maybe. Apparently taking attrition here, but we can't really do anything about it. It's only a tiny amount anyway. We have won the war in Scotland. Yep, so he only holds... Sorry, he only holds one county. This one holds both 2 counties and 2 duchies. And this guy is her vassal, and this guy is her vassal. So, the King of Scotland really only rules at the behest of the Duchy of the Isles and Moray. It's kind of neat, to be honest. It's a very interesting situation. The Chillinids apparently have an army over there. Somehow. I don't know. Just fighting here, guys. Don't pay me no mind. Wow. Yeah, this place has hardly anybody in it. So the problem here is that we will be getting a ticking war score against us because we don't hold the place after a while. What I'm hoping is that we can eventually, or quickly just rack up enough war score through quick conquests of other provinces that the guy will be all like, holy shit, I'm losing. That seems to be going fairly well for us so far. We're already at 18%. We've been getting a lot of messages popping up. It's kind of gotten really annoying. It's just because a bunch of people have been dying and we've been taking a bunch of people into captivity. Nothing to be concerned about. Duke Yageda Kamalia? What? That is one hell of a name. I will diplomatically explain to him why I cannot. Oof, now that's kind of a toughie. So instead of attacking that one, I'm actually just going to... Because this one's got like 2,500 guys behind it, so instead I'm just going to come down here, hit these 2 places up, and then see what else is around the place for me to attack. That could be easy. We are going to have supply issue constraints in the mountainous areas here. That's fine. Now that's a big army. That's actually his big army. So, I'm fine with that. Just check what else is going on. Oh yeah, just assault that. Thank you. And now just march on over there. How's stuff going up here? You successfully completed that siege and you can attack the city fairly easily. That's good to know. And now you're actually going to head down here and join up with this army yet again. Because the supply limit down there is fine. Alright. Sarkel converted to the Catholic faith. Kiva wants peace. Done. Yep, so now this is there, that's all good. You guys should, instead of hanging out over there, you guys should really... You know what? Come down here. No, that is not the right way to do it. Come down here. Can you do that? No. Down like that. Down like that. You know what? Alright, let's just accept that and then like there. There is a bit of a propensity where they will not want to move through enemy lands, and you know what? That's honestly fair enough because they are going to take damage doing this. Because they'll run out of supplies and all that sort of stuff. We have successfully besieged the Citadel of Gao. Good. Good. In one day, attack. This army here is also trying to come back in here and take these places back. Which I'm fine with them doing because I'm going to attack them. Okay, can we intercept? 31 second, we've got him. And this siege down here was completed. Perfect. It might be a slow war, but it's a war that we will win with absolutely no drama. Did we have nothing else that we could build in these places? I just want to quickly check through them. Yeah, I think that's the case, isn't it? Amazing. I do like that. Okay, so... someone's taking attrition. That's good. You should continue to take attrition in the rest of his lands as well. What are we doing? Oh, up here we've almost taken this place. And it says that the controller of Tarsos will be the Duchy of Jazeera. It will actually be us because the Duchy of Jazeera is a vassal. So, yes, not all that concerned. This army should probably move out. I forgot about them and now they're out of supplies and, you know, taking attrition and all that sort of bullshit. And Millennia has definitely won its war. So good on it. Wonderful. We're not going to stay besieging that. We're just going to move on over to... We're probably going to try and move up into Arenia because it appears to have less guys. Yeah, it's only got 2,000 in it. Instead of Tlemcen's 2,600. So just pop up into there. We still have a good supply limit there because it's a coastal province. A castle town was built in Campton. How about a keep? Ooh, and we can have a new holding. Let's have a city. Burn through a bit of money. That's alright, we've got plenty of it to burn. Factions are fine, all this is fine. We should go to war with Ireland. Whoops. Just to do something, I guess. I thought we had a claim on Ulster for someone. Or was that the one at the bottom there? Yeah, right there. For Galloway and Ross. I don't like that. Because... it's a real spread, isn't it? Pope! Pope! I want to claim on... No, Ulster. Is Ulster not a... Yeah, I want to claim on the Duchy of Ulster. Thank you, Pope. Now we have a siege against us. Oh, it's barely a siege. It's 50 guys hanging around outside that place. Once again, we are not in control of the siege, so we can't quickly deal with it. Despite, seriously, this guy should know that he's fucked and just accept defeat. And those two armies will eventually filter through to where we've sent them. It's not really a big concern of mine. Oh. I did not see this army here, but it doesn't matter because we're going to beat it. kind of hopeful that, you know, they give us a bit of war score. We haven't had the ticking war score appear against us yet, which is good. 9.2%, and we captured the Emir of Alexandria. Now, he's not exactly special, he's got a terrible decadence. But we can ransom him back for 145 gold. Okay, and we're just going to sit there until we, you know, can attack that particular holding. Start our move into Ulster, 9th of January. So, you know, Happy New Year. We'll head into Ireland. And I only just want to make this one claim on the Duchy of Ulster, because then I'll have de jure claims on all of this place, and we can just slowly sort of take Ireland. We don't have to do it all at once like we did with everywhere else. Alright, wartime. Oh, we have rebels in Sibir. Fortunately, we had an army moving through Sibir at the same time. The problem here is that the rebel stack is all in the center, so they're crushing our middle stack, but our flankers are doing them a fair amount of damage. Hopefully we win this, but we are going to take some casualties. Yeah, we lost 1,000 guys, but it's alright. We already have a surrender offer from him. Done. That must be the only... yeah, it's the only place remaining that has Sermonesco. We've almost wiped out the Orthodoxy as well. Iberia is almost clear. Yeah, we're doing a real good job here of cleaning up places. Wonderful. And up here our guys have just moved across. That's wonderful. They'll just sit there and do their thing, because the Irish would have to use boats to get anywhere else, as the only two straight crossings out of Ireland to Galloway and Argyll are out of Ulster, which we are currently sitting in. So, let's try and fight against the Chulunids a little. There are a few actual Chulunid armies wandering around. We will deal with them because, again, we don't want them to gather up. Particularly, I know there's a 20,000 one wandering around somewhere. We'll just get the quick war score that we can from these places, and then we'll go over and beat those guys around. Oh, is that? Oh, that's held by a single baron. That's cool. We captured this lovely lady. We'll ransom her back. Somebody keeps on sneaking supplies into Lammas, and it's kind of annoying because I can't assault the place just to end that. How are we doing down here, guys? Yep, little bit of occupation. All good, all good. Getting a few men. He must have hired mercenaries. Huh. No, not that it will help him. My son Baldwin is modest and humble, never showing off or bragging. I think humble's a good trait for him to have. Now that's my... yes, that's my youngest one. Yeah. I usually just take the top option anyway. I don't like doing the thank Jesus for it, because usually it has a very slight chance of a sort of counter, or the opposite trait for happening. And it's only worth 5 piety, and we don't need 5 piety. Eric, you're going to be replaced by Walther here, just because he's way better than you. You're going to be replaced by him, and you're going to be replaced by him. Okay, They don't look like they're moving away, so we should have this intercept. And I imagine that'll get us another 10%. Then from there we'll head on into the Atlas Mountains. We don't have the supply for it, but it's weaker than Tlemcen and these other places. Yeah. It's assaultable. Come on, just wipe the whole thing out. Oh, that's close. 7%. And we'll head on over into the Atlas Mountains. So named because that's where the mythological entity Atlas holds up the world. I don't actually know if that's true, so if it isn't, deal with it, I guess. You can let me know. But I've kind of already said it. There's an Irish navy and presumably an army or something, but there's 96 ships, so I assume that they're going to be putting an army down somewhere. Ah, wonderful. Tarsos gave up. Now we have a truce with this one. We could try an assassinator. You know what? Let's just do that to clear the whole place up. Sorry, sweetheart. But my sense of geographical integrity demands that I, have you stabbed in the night. Or, we just had a lot of advancements in our demands that I accidentally clicked over. So let's just quickly check through. I'm not too concerned about the things. I don't know, I've lost my train of thought completely, haven't I? Oh, what was that? Ah, no, that's fine, it's a castle. I'm just checking to see if the main castle holding can have anything, or if the churches can get church schools, or if the towns can get universities. That's all. And really, it looks like nothing important was increased. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, see, this Irish army is actually moving in. That's fine. If they move in and it's a fairly sizable amount, which it kind of is, so I'll just finish up assaulting Dunlace here, and then I'll move and defeat that army. Get some nice war score out of it. How are things going down here? Ah, looks like we've got an assault. We're already at 74%. Make that 79% against the Chulanids. So this tactic is working well for us. Okay, the last province, or the last holding in Zama is completed, so we'll just head on up here to Gao. Now we want to keep these two armies separate for the moment. One, because when we attack into here, we're going to need to move some of them out again. Actually, the limit's 15, so we'll do that thing where we split this army up and join half of it back with this one and send them over. And two, when we come up here, we've still got shitty supply limits. And a long travel time. So we just, we don't want to lose too many men. We're losing a lot over here. I mean, these guys have been out of supplies for a while, so they're definitely taking attrition. But they should be fine. Maybe. I might have to do some rebalancing of sides and all that sort of stuff. We'll see, we'll see. And attack that. That's 93%. He won't accept the defeat yet, so we'll head on into... Yep, I'll head down here. Hit up because he does have an army sitting in here as well. Holy shit, that's a big army. Alright, where are they going? They're headed to the Atlas Mountains. They're headed to me. 13th of June. 23rd of June. 29th of June. I think we can actually hold them off, to be brutally honest. Oh yeah, those guys have no chance of getting anywhere. Fuck that. I believe we can hold them off because the Atlas Mountains are mountains. We don't have a river crossing or anything. And we've got some of the best commanders in the business here. We're about to have even better commanders in the business. Why are you Waldesian? I can't even tell him not to be. That's irritating. But luckily he's gotten, you know, Jesus gives military advice. And this guy can be... Oh yeah, that's fine. Can I... No, I'm going to have to go to the character thing and just check. Okay, so Gottfried has massive moral damage, which is pretty cool. And he has that because he has the cruel trait, so we'll put him in over Daitwin, because Daitwin has some issues with defense, because he was an aggressive leader. So we've got a big defensive one over here with Matre. We've got moral damage here with Wolfa, and we've got moral damage here with Gottfried. Good. And these guys need a new leader. There. Just have a quick check around, see what we've done. Yeah, these guys are fine. 53%. And now we head on back. Give it up. He's going to give it up. Perfect. Okay, now that was Mayor Herbert's army, so let's just have a quick around of the rest of these guys. Yep, everything looks good. How's that murder plot going? 141%. Yeah, right. I could pay 74 gold to increase the plot power by loads. And you know, we might as well get the last one in as well. Why not? No reason not to. These guys are still making their incredibly slow progress through this place. Korabad seems to be having a few... what do you call it, things. We have usurped the county of Ulster. It appears that Ireland is an elective monarchy. So it is. Well, that's alright. I don't intend for us to keep Monster, so let's find, as usual, a male, Catholic, German, unimprisoned, non-ruling adult. Let's order from by stewardship. You! Almeric! You there heir to anything? Nope. You have a very nice stewardship. Grant landed title. The Duchy of Ulster. Congratulations! Now I'm going to sit my army in Galloway for the moment. I mean, this guy's old and infirm. This guy is old. So I think the Irish guy will die first, so let's head on over to Ulster after all. Because then we'll have like de jure claims on the rest of this sort of stuff. It'll be good fun. Alright, this fight. Of course we outrank them, or we out-quality them. Evens on this flank, and slightly outnumbered of the others. I would say, without trying to sound too confident, that we have this. We successfully killed this guy in battle. That's great. We're doing them a lot of moral damage, which is why we put those guys in charge of the in charge of the flanks. Their center is collapsing. Yes, we've definitely won this. We now outnumber them. And we even got our narrow thing happen there. Yep, beautiful. That should definitely win us the war. We have killed Sultan Jabir the Just of the Chulanid Sultanate. We killed him while he was running away. And unfortunately, the chief of Songhai has decided to convert to Catholicism like a bitch. So that annuls our wars down there. Look at this. 48% war score, 144 prestige, 72 piety, 7.2 military tech. We lost 3,000 guys, killed 14,400. We killed the Sultan. We killed one of the emirs, the emir of Alexandria, I believe. Yes. And we won that war. So, how about some peace? Exceptional. Okay, so we could usurp the Sultanate of Egypt at any point, but we're not going to do that because then it will become Gavelkind. And we can do that because we hold most of the land in Egypt. Because this stuff over here, while it looks big, it's not. Okay, so let's distribute this stuff out. Now, keep in mind we want this to be a republic. Whoops. Get rid of that. So what we're going to do, the city of Shalel here, this guy, Peter. You're kind of shit, but hey. You want to be a duke? I better get the ducal title. Duchy of Aswan, let's make it. Want to be a duke, Peter? It's either that or we give it to Manfred here, who is shit at stewardship, or Almeric here, who is equally shit at stewardship. So, Shalal, Peter. Grats. Okay, so now we have the Republic of Aswan. And we didn't even have to go there to take it. So our army here will now move here. Songhai, Songhai, Songhai. It still counts itself as an emirate? We still have a casus belli against him. So let's get our troops out and then see what that is. After I get rid of all of these messages. Fucking converting bullshit. Yeah, so now we have a truce with this guy. Luckily he's decadent, which means he should fix that up himself, but he's messing with his dynasty's decadence trait. Which is fine. He can do that. I ain't concerned. Where are our guys? Have they made it anywhere? Oh, these guys have almost made it home. I was just sending them down to here, that's alright. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna wait for the Mongols to show up before I press further into this area. I might try and come down the coast here, because I know the Mongols show up around up here in Khiva. The Timurids eventually show up in Persia, and I think Seljuk does something, but, you know, whatever. My eldest son, my heir, is trying to be arbitrary. We're going to strap him until he, you know, loses that, because arbitrary is a terrible, terrible stat. These guys have finished their move. These guys are slowly making their way down. Ugh. Jeez, I wish that guy didn't convert. It's just irritating. Like, really irritating. Oh, good. Murder plot away. And there we go. So what's our Casus Belli? We have de jure claims on the lot. Let's give him some money and vassalize him. This guy wants us to stop being whatever we're being. I guess brave. No. Okay, so the good news here is we're just going to get Songhai. And we'll just send our armies up. Like so. I'm going to move one of those armies around a bit. You know what, let's make this the home army and we'll just send it home. I don't think we need... Not until the Mongols show up, we don't need to start massing all of our retinues in one place. That being said, they really should be showing up soon. Maybe I misread that. I'll get to that eventually, because I've just noticed that we've gone over time, and I completely forgot to keep checking the clock, so that will be the end of this episode. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you liked this episode, please click the like button, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. In the meantime, though, I have been Sub. You have been yourselves. Later.